Hello, friends. My name is Samuel. Today I'm going to talk about a very disturbing political figure I have ever seen in my life in the history of Indian politics. Arvind Kejriwal is a product of IIT, is very intelligent. He joined Indian Revenue Service. He left. He left because of he wants to serve the nation. Because he felt that there are so much corruption and that corruption has to be eliminated. It's fine. Each one has got right, freedom to serve the nation whichever way one can do it. Absolutely no denial. He took advantage of Anna Hazare. Is one of the tallest social reformer in India. So he took advantage of this person named Anna Hazare, and whatever halla gulla he has done in Ram Lila Maidan for many months rather, sorry, he got mileage, political mileage. Initially, he told he doesn't have any political ambitions. It is for the awareness of the common people to talk about the corruption. He talked about crony capitalism. He has taken everybody, Tata, Birla, Goenka, Dalmia, Vedant, all are Modi's brothers and sisters. Okay, there is no denial. I accept, I understand that part. And whatever abusive thing he wants to say, he has spoken out. He got again political mileage out of it. Think about the people who have formed Aam Aadmi Party or who have joined Anna movement. If you recall few years back, that greatest image, that is Arvind Kejriwal, Anna Hazare, and the poet. Who is this person? Kumar Vishwas, right? Kumar Vishwas, in modern day in literature, he is one of the finest poet I have come across. His analytical power of understanding the society, his poetry is so powerful and it touches the millions of hearts of Indian people and also abroad. What is the fate of this person? He was gradually sidelined. He took literal sannyas from Aam Aadmi Party. Even though at initial stage Arvind Kejriwal told he doesn't have any political ambitions and he has accepted those things in publicly, but then he formed Aam Aadmi Party, elected, and last 8-10 years he's running Delhi state. Absolutely fine, there is no denial. What he has done, what are the agendas of his main policies, freebies? give electricity free, give water free, give transport free. Now the question is, if you are allowing, or again medical help facilities free, if you are allowing few components which are required for your day-to-day basis, like if you are making free for all, the question is from where state revenue will come, how to run the state. The present day crisis, what is happening, my sole intention of telling you the whole thing, the present day crisis is happening because of shortage of revenue. Look at Arvind Kejriwal. A media report says he has spent 800 crores worth money for simple advertisement, only talking about the corona. In last 3 months he has spent 150 crores, just January, February and March. 3 months total expenses of 150 crores. These are all in public domain. Now imagine if he has to give awareness about the corona, why he has to come in specific channel and giving advertisement for 5 years every 5 minutes. AIMS director Dr. Guleria also giving half an hour free lecture, free advices, and that has been broadcasted across India in the all news channel. Now everybody is listening whatever they are speaking about the corona, whatever protocol, safety precaution needs to be taken, everybody is maintaining, fair enough. But what is special about Arvind Kejriwal? Whether he is expert of a corona, is doctor, whatever, he is a political leader, right? He is a political leader for a particular state. Now if he has to pay, his party or government has to pay crores of rupees for a particular news channel, let me name it NDTV. You know the story behind NDTV? The same NDTV has declared the Indian of the Year Arvind Kejriwal. Just go back history 10 years, 12 years back. So now Arvind Kejriwal is paying, returning back to NDTV, or what? Now my question simple is, if you are spending 150 crores for 3 months and giving to very specific channels or media houses, what is the process he has followed, his party has followed to give advertisement to this particular party? Is there any tender process? Because it's a public money. You cannot simply say that today I have a company, if I have a company or anybody is having company wants to procure something, this is basically a procurement, right? If this is a procurement without any tendering or any fair process, how a particular news channel can be given so much revenue? That is number one question. What about the Doordarshan? It's a government channel, right? Anybody can go. There are regional channels, there are many channels. If Arvind Kejriwal is so eager to give awareness or speak about his concern and everything, he could have approached Government of India, Doordarshan. Look at the state of Doordarshan. What is the interest? As I have again told you, he talked about crony capitalism. He has gone against the private companies. He feels everybody is chore, right? This is simple idea. Everybody is chore and he is only the sadhu politician that he maintains the purity and dignity. Okay, this is might be the his own philosophy and understanding, that he might be so pure, but his act doesn't reflect what he's speaking. Is totally opposite. Now 10-12 years back Arvind Kejriwal and today's Kejriwal is a totally different political entity, political person, changed in terms of time, in terms of atmosphere. He talked about the corruption, everybody is corrupt. But finally he has shook hand with Lalu Yadav, Mayawati, all the best corrupt politicians in India, whom Government of India, CBI has filed, charge sheeted, jailed, and he has taken support from them to fight against Narendra Modi ji's government, BJP. It's again fine. But the remain question is there, what about Mr. Arvind Kejriwal? He always talks about he's so much different from others. Where is his uniqueness? He has always utilized his political advantage directly, indirectly, and manipulated the whole thing and tried to control the whole system, the political atmosphere. He is very calculative way he has done it. Now other question is, I talked about 150 crores 3 months advertisement cost he has spent for 3 months advertisement. In the month of January, Government of India with PMO fund, there are allocation close to 200 crores, close to 160 oxygen plants. There is no execution. Contrary, if you see for 160 plants, if the total expenses is close to 200 crores, out of 200 crores, 135 crores for 160 CO2 plant, rest money is for maintenance part. Arvind Kejriwal is spending 15 crores more than the cost of 160 oxygen plant. Today he is crying, right? If he is so clever and intelligent, he could have given thought, let me not utilize this money for the advertisement. Let Dr. Guleria, the AIMS director, whoever expertise, let them do it free of cost media. Probably he can save a lot of money going for the news channel like Doordarshan. There are free channels. There are Facebook is totally absolutely free. There are in today's era, you can go to YouTube. You can publish free of cost whatever you want to do it. The way I am not spending a single rupee, just talking about my concern. My concern is different. It's a pure cheating. Cheating number one is, in the name of service of the nation, he is trying to utilize or whatever things he is doing for the political advantage, which in the very destructive same, rather than serving the common people. People could have given him more respect. Whatever PMO funds money, 9 or 10 oxygen plant allocation, if you could have established some oxygen plant in some hospital or some specific area, so that today's crisis could have been avoided, the damage control could have been done He could have anticipated all these things. What about the think tanker of Aam Aadmi Party? They are totally busy with talking against the central government every day. All this Raghav Chadda and all those people, they come, they talk about all shit thing against government. You cannot talk against them, their policy, what they are doing. They always try to counter attack and see to it that absolutely they are fine and fair and whatever things they are doing, it is fine. My another question is in Aam Aadmi Party, the party name is Aam Aadmi. There is one say that Aam Aadmi means it is a common man party. In Aam Aadmi Party, they are the richest people who are elected and sitting in Delhi Assembly. 75 MLAs who are having property more than 15 crores, some are having 250 crores, some are having 300 crores. This is the official declared value. So if they are Aam Aadmi Party and their property is been multiplied in many folds from 2010 onwards, the time they have joined politics, their money grows proportionally. Every year there is a increase of 5 crores, 10 crores, something like that. So I really do not know how anybody can multiply their property if they are dedicated to the public service 24/7. They are working, what kind of business they are running, but how they are gathering those money, this is a subject of remote understanding. Probably only we can imagine. The another important aspect is same Arvind Kejriwal is now so hypocritic. He talked about, he has taken left and right of all private companies, all crony capitalism, all chores, Tata, Birla, Goenka, Dalmia, Reliance, Vedans, all are chores, right? Now, in the corona crisis time, he is requesting everybody, please come and invest. I need oxygen plant to be developed. Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, you have also worked for Tata Steel, right? Have you ever questioned after joining IIT that Ratan Tata is a capitalistic set of mind he is having? So I should not work for this company. You have not done it, right? Now, again, your philosophical understanding of life is totally different. You need, whenever things needed, to accept from certain things. Now, again, you are requesting those company, please come and invest. Have some dignity and respect for the private companies who really work for the company. They really work harder than anybody because they have to earn, they have to pay salary to the employee, whatever may be the conditions, and they have to deliver it. The political leaders like you can get away by speaking whatever you want to speak. But I can assure you, any private company either is a capacity of 5, capacity of 2, or capacity of 5,000. Their accountability lies each and every moment. They are responsible and accountability is very much there in their mind. So at the end of the day, they have to fulfill paying salary to their staff. They have to make sure everything is fine. At least they have to maintain the break-even point. Please don't abuse those private companies. Okay, if you have any specific allegations towards any specific company, bring set of documents, bring the legislation and put a case against them particular company, whoever particular company is involved in corruption, but don't generalize the fact. My last point in today's corona crisis: who are the companies supplying oxygen? It is all private companies. Say for Inox, BOC, Linda, those are all private companies. Maybe government of India is monitoring them, but the entire production responsibility lies on those private company. Go to those factories and see how day and night they are working and making sure that oxygen should reach to all hospitals, and they also want to make sure that every life is important. It is not your political speech. You need to understand the difference between the real worker, whoever is working down the line in industry. There are more qualified people than you, they are working for that. You might be getting political advantage. You have luxury to spend 150 crores for 3 months. You are might be the modern day. Your image might be better than a filmy star that you can go and give 5 minutes news channel advertisement. Hardly we have seen 20 seconds, 30 seconds any advertisement slot that comes in any channel. But your speech is so lengthy, so descriptive, and so valuable. Then you keep on speaking with a smiling face, right? It's nobody is denying. But again, please remember, it's a public money you are spending. You have to pay price for the whatever act you are doing. I personally believe one thing: whatever you want to do in your life, your philosophy and your act, if doesn't match. I told many times, I can be a communist by heart, I can be a socialist, I can be an industrialist by profession, but there must be some synchronization, some level of understanding. In one hand, you cannot talk against this bourgeois system, government, and all those things, giving gullies to opposition parties and all, like the ruling party, everybody, and whenever is required support, you will come and do this thing. First, you clear your philosophy. Whatever your philosophy, you try to philosophy what you are injecting in public domain, please pursue that. But your acts are not showing. Your acts and philosophy is contradicting. And personally, we are watching very closely your actions. So heartily, you can call those private companies now and say that you are my friends. We are ready to please help us. But after 1 year, once the problem is over, then don't even come back. Those are the crony capitalists. They made money like anything. I wish this message should reach to you, not to hurt you. I want you to understand your philosophical interpretation of your act and your philosophy what you have taken, because it is going in two directions. So thank you, Arvind Kejriwal, and your government. Take whatever required help is required, but please don't abuse the ruling party, the private companies. Still, they are the backbone of this country. Without private company, it is very, very difficult for India to run. please remember that. Have little decency and respect for those private companies, whoever is working for their company. And they are also part of India. They are very much attached to the common people. Thank you very much, Arvind Kejriwal and your Aam Aadmi Party. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.